Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is up, everyone? Woo. I gotta tell you, some days life just sticks it to you when you least expect it. But hey, that's the thing about it, man. You gotta take and roll with the punches. Hello, Yolanda. Thank you for tuning in. Um, Let me position this a little bit differently. There we go. Okay. Um, Really quickly, sorry for the delay in getting started, but I had a flat tire. um, like I said, life happens, man. Um, I had a flat tire leaving after I dropped off my kids, and it took off, and had to. First of all, I had to change the tire. Um, and of course put on one of those little small donuts, of course. And if you've ever changed a tire in your life, sometimes those damn lug nuts are just a bitch to get off. I stripped one, had to break it off, which that was fun in doing. Then I had to go find a tire shop, um, so that I could get my tire changed because I don't know about you guys, but like those little donuts that they give you for your car, those things are like really sus, man. They're like, um, I don't know how they figured that is going to be enough. Like if I'm driving a Honda Civic, okay, because I think it's very close to the regular tires, you know. Um, but when you're driving something a little bit bigger, that's sort of scary. And I know like trucks, a lot of trucks do actually have like a full size spare tire, but like for some vehicles they just don't have them. So you gotta put on whatever they have there, and then of course the whole process of jacking your car up, getting everything in place, making sure you're in a secure place so you don't get run over. But the worst is over. Got it changed, went to the tire shop, went and got that done, and then tried to haul ass back over here to try to put a live stream. And thank God I didn't have any guests lined up. So, I wouldn't have had to go through the process of like sending emails and messages right away. Like, oh my God, I'm running late. This is what happened. So, I don't know. That's just how sometimes life plays out in your favor. So, but thankful to be here live finally and say hello to a lot of people tuning in. So if you're checking us out on our YouTube channel, thank you so much, Yolanda and Mr. Kunkel. Thank you guys for watching over there on YouTube. And of course, if you're checking us out over on our favorite platform like Mr. Dan Roth is doing, you'll catch us over on LinkedIn. So thank you so much. And please head over to the Gabe Leal Experience if you want to go watch any of our past episodes. Go subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. If you're over on YouTube, do it anyway. So, all right, let's get started with this evening's idea and topic that I wanted to talk about. So if I seem a little all over the place, it's because I'm still trying to get over what doing all that today before having to do a live show. So, there's no notification from LinkedIn. Yeah, I know. LinkedIn is LinkedIn. What are you going to say? It is live. I know it's live because my camera. Look here, let me add my camera in here so you guys can see this. Not that camera. Let's go to our iPhone camera. There's iPhone. Let's do tall. And then let's change the borders, of course. And let's change the thing. Okay, see? So we are live on LinkedIn. So that's from my mobile phone. What you're seeing is just me messing around with it. So it is live. I just don't know why you don't get no. Oh, cool. Like I can see my follower count now. So I'm on 8,039 followers on LinkedIn. So if you're on LinkedIn, of course, do me a favor. You can click on my profile. I don't think you can do it right now, but I think you can after the live is over. Maybe I'm wrong. And just do me a favor, go hit the bell, follow me on LinkedIn, and just check out some of my stuff. Okay, on topic. Tonight I want to talk about something. Oh, one more thing. This is kind of cool. I'm going to mention this to you guys. I want you to go check this out. Let me move this over just a little bit so you guys can see it. All right. Do you see immediately back behind me on my screen? This is cool, but this is an actual podcast, or I guess you could call it a podcast. It's a live recorded podcast that they put on YouTube. But this gentleman, is the name of his podcast is the Zap Podcast, I think. And the guy that he's interviewing is named Gabe Leal. He's got the same name that I do. He creates content over on Twitch, I believe. And he does like me, man. He wears his hat. Well, he puts his hat to the back. He's got glasses, round face, beard. I mean, it's kind of weird to see that. But if you want the link, I'll share it. If you want to go check out Gabe Leal, there's another live, or there's another creator named Gabe Leal who does video content. So, fuck me. That's world we live in. It's like a real. I mean, it'd be like if there was another recruiter named Dan Roth, and he was doing live streams here on Instagram or something. I don't know. That just seems weird. But yeah, there's another guy named Gabe Leal who does video. So it's kind of cool. I was just Googling my name one night and found that and thought that was kind of cool. So if you're over there on YouTube, you can go check it out. I'll drop the link to it here in a little bit. But okay, topic. I wanted to talk about when is there's only another Daniel Roth. Okay. Daniel Roth, does he go by Daniel or Dan? He's way okay. So you're the lesser of the Dan Roth. Oh, I don't know why I found that funny. I did. That tickled me. He's way more famous, so I guess you're tier 2 Dan Roth, I guess. You could say that. Okay. What was I thinking? Oh, that just tickled me. Because I don't know. It's funny that he mentioned. Anyway, I gotta move past that. Okay. So topic tonight is, when is giving of yourself too much? Like, how much is too much to give of yourself? I was thinking about this topic because I've been like going on other shows and talking with other people, like what I have going on in my life as far as like content creation, ideas, projects that I'm working on. And that was one of the things that we kind of touched upon. Is like they're like, man, that's a lot you got going on. And off camera, somebody was mentioning like, man, Gabe, you have so many things happening right now. Do you think you're going to stretch yourself too thin? I thought about it for a little bit, and I said to myself, you have experienced burnout in the past, G. And one of the things that I remembered telling myself is like, you also have to remember to set a boundary for yourself, right? You do have a threshold that you can do a certain amount of things in a day, in a week, in a month. So I thought a lot about that idea, and I was telling somebody at work like, when do you feel, just asked him the question because it was pondering my mind. I was like, when do you feel, um, when do you feel like giving too much I mean, when giving of yourself is too much? Like, when is there where's there a line that you draw in the sand? And, he did say a pretty good answer. And what he told me was, I think he told me, I think whenever I feel like, um, in his, let me shorten it for a little bit then. What he kind of replied, he just implied that when he feels like he doesn't get to do things that he enjoys, that he's giving too much of himself. That was the short of it. And I thought about that, and I said, that's a pretty good answer. Like, when you don't sit back and enjoy life and take small moments, I do believe you do get to a point where that is, that is too much. I mean, so if you can't carve out 30 minutes, an hour to watch a show, or to watch something that's going to give you pure enjoyment. So if it's reading a book, if it's taking time to meditate, I like trying to meditate. I'm just not really good at it, but I like trying at it. Or writing, like, what are some of those things for you, like, that give you sort of an outlet that you can enjoy, right, and not feel like you're being overworked, or you're doing just too many things, and it doesn't give you the ability to focus on just one of them. So, I've been thinking about that myself, because I felt like I've cut into, like, my time that I've spent, like, out running or walking or doing any kind of exercise, because I do enjoy doing that. That gives me, like, really open clarity on a lot of things. So I love doing it. So if it's going out and walking for 30 minutes, where lately I haven't been able to really, like, take that time for myself. So it's been sort of crazy to tell, that I've made that, looking at it, whenever he said that today, I really sat down with myself, and I had to look at, like, everything that's going on in my life at this moment, and said, am I doing that, man? And I told myself today, it's like, you're going to start doing that. Of course, not today, because I had a flat tire, but, I did tell myself, like, when you get done, you need to set a hard deadline of when you need to get home, and then when you can do those things for yourself, because I enjoy doing it. But then there are times where I do the show, and I do have to do prep work and other things for bringing people on, and then it's doing other things, like doing client sessions, like live stream training for people, or those sort of things. So those do take a lot of my time and effort, apart from everything else that I'm trying to do, like to sit down and really sit down in the computer and give myself like 45 minutes to write, or to go back and edit something that I'm writing. I used to, when I was like into really in-depth, wanting to seriously push myself as a writer, I would block off an hour and a half of, like, to sit down and write, because it was a passion for me. I loved it. And now that I sit back and I look at what I'm doing here now, and of course the other things, I do find it a little bit more difficult to carve out those big of a time block, because my life is pretty much set to certain things that I have to commit to, and those are pretty simply, so you guys know, is I take my kids back and forth to school, so I know that I have a time period that I have to be gone, get out of here, go do that, take them to school, then head off to work myself, and then, of course, doing my work day, right? So then doing that, then getting done, and coming back home to go pick my kids up from school. So those are commitments that I have to like really stay committed to, because that is just a situation that I'm having to deal with right now in my life. So that compounded with trying to do everything else, like, so it's really strategically like finding time to almost essentially time block a sector, a moment of time for myself to say, this is 30 minutes for this is 45 minutes for this, and then doing the show. And then of course you get days like this where life just says you're not going to do any of it. And that's okay. Like tonight, I will not do my AMP show tonight because the time that I would usually be spending before the show to do a few like production things that I have to do, that's going to now have to be transitioned till after I get done here tonight. So, you know, you really have to sit back with yourself and like I said, you know what, tonight when I'm done with doing all the things that I'm going to do, I'm going to sit down and write down like what is vital and what's not vital, and if there's anything I can cut and move, I'm going to. So like I think taking right now virtual chats with people who might want to come on the show, I might have to cut that down to maybe one a day instead of like allowing 3 of those. So, I mean, I'm going to look at my time and how I manage it going forward, because I have to find myself times to do these other things that I really want to commit to. So if I'm going to do those things and they are goals and objectives that I want to push forward to completing, I have to make time for them. So those are going to, so this next few, I think this next week's going to be really important for me to like recalibrate my whole schedule and like how I look at things, and then change a lot of those things going forward. So that is, you know, that is where I sit at this moment, and trying to figure out what to make my next move. But that's just life, man. But that's okay. I'm fine with it. I know more than anything that I will find the time to do these things. It's just now what I need to prioritize first, and then move things that I can move to a back burner or to a back position, and then come back and revisit those here as soon as I feel like I've got a little bit more time and things are a little bit more comfortable for me. So that's all. And then, of course, like I said, today life happens and life does things where it's going to always interject itself on your best laid plans to get things done and throw you for a loop. So that's what it did. It really threw me for a loop today. So, whew, I don't know. I feel exhausted now. Because I felt like I was rushing to get everything done, like to change the tire and go, you know, take the lugs off and get everything off, and then struggling to get everything done, putting on a tire, put the lugs back on, jack the car back down, put everything back up, and then head out and then find a tire shop that's still open, get that done, try to get back. I mean, I like really pushed myself rushing to get all this stuff done. So, if you excuse the tiredness and like the hard breathing, like I said, I walked in the door. It took me 5 minutes to get everything lined up, change clothes, go wash my hands, and then boom, get started here on the live stream. So the streak is still alive, but oh, look at that. Anthony's here, and he's got a different, oh, cool. He's got a different photo. That's cool. So I guess that's going to be it for today. I wanted to do a little bit more, but I think what I've done tonight is going to be good enough for now. So, all right, folks, this one was a short one, but it does count. It's in the books. What do we do today? 21 minutes. Wow. even bantering for 21 minutes. I didn't expect that. So, all right, you guys, I will be back tomorrow evening, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. There is no guest for tomorrow. We do have a guest for Friday. And we will talk about who that is tomorrow evening. So, cross my fingers. No more bad luck things tonight. Let me get the things I got to get done tonight to get moving, and then we'll call it a night. So until tomorrow evening, guys, you are the best. Again, you are the best audience here on LinkedIn, bar none. I do appreciate you. I will again drop in the link to this live stream if you just want to go check out who this dude is. Like, I'm still learning about him because I have an idea in mind. I won't share it yet until I can do some of these things, but I'm going to have fun with this. So, all right, guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Be safe, be well, stay blessed. I'll talk to you again tomorrow evening. So until then, good night, everybody.